Hey everybody, welcome to the 13th episode of SonoranSportsCards. So today, what we're gonna do, first off, we're gonna talk about the NFL. You got two disgruntled 49er fans right here that are gonna talk about the 49er situation a little bit.
I don't want to, but we're going
Yeah, I
to.
don't, I don't want to either. Then we're gonna talk about the state of the upcoming draft, and then also some, card moves that I'm making in the NFL, and I think it would be wise if you guys maybe did too. We'll talk about Champions League soccer a little bit. I'll give you an update on baseball, and then we will go over the playoffs.
Get out of here with
Uh,
that, Tyler.
yeah.
Go over the
we'll
playoffs.
yeah, we'll do the NBA playoffs. First round. I mean, some series are over. I don't know if you saw that, Mikey, but one just ended
Wait.
right now.
Oh, yeah, the 76ers, right?
No, the Celtics beat the
Hey,
Nets
did they? That's not
4-0.
surprising,
Only
man.
only team that got swept was the Nets. Turns out.
And I like how we said that was going to be the closest game.
Yeah, we said closest
Uh,
series ends in sweep. Yeah. All
yeah.
right. That's
Also,
the
Casey,
plan.
your Ryan Wapo's here. We got Tyler, Slizzy YT, Jake's here. It's popping right now. But they said they caught a W today. They won. So
Nice. Let's go. That's Sabino baseball right there. Pretty much the whole team. It sounds like. So good job, guys, on the win. They played Tanca Verde, which is like their rival. So that's pretty cool that they won.
that's what's up.
Good job, boys.
He said Colin
Um,
Kaepernick is the GOAT.
okay.
Oh, boy.
Oh boy. All right, let's get
Yeah,
with the 49ers stuff.
let's get into it. So, opening up with the 49ers, obviously the big news right now is Deebo Samuel has requested a trade. Now, the news, there hasn't been much information leaked about the trade or anything. Both sides have been very professional, not talking about it, which gives me a little bit of hope. But yeah, so the main issue, I think Ian Rappaport was the first one to bring it up. I know he's probably the most popular reporter, right, for the NFL. He said that I guess it wasn't a contract situation. Like it wasn't money, wasn't like contract length, nothing like that. I guess the rumor is that he's upset with the way that he's being utilized in Kyle Shanahan's system as a wide receiver running back with threats.
Yeah, what do they call him? A wide back?
Yeah, a wide back is what they call
When
him.
I heard him referred
That's what
to as.
Kyle Shanahan refers to him as wide back.
Yeah, and when Mikey and I initially talked about this, my stance was that I was like, I understood, because if you're a wide receiver, your potential to make money is like 10, 12 years. But if you're a running back, your potential to make money is like 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
Running backs are done by the time they're 30. Wide receivers can go to be like 34, 35. So I was like, I get it. He's putting a lot of wear and tear on his body, and he probably doesn't want that. If it's not going to get him any more money than if you were just a good wide receiver, then I would understand him being like that. But I don't think I don't think he's like an elite wide receiver. I don't think he's like Devontae Adams or Tyreek Hill.
You were bringing up exactly what I was talking to my brother. My brother was talking about it today. He was talking about how maybe we can get the Jets' 10th pick, with Deebo Samuel. Which, if any team's going to trade for him, I think it would probably be the Jets, just because of Robert Saleh. But I was telling him, I was like, Deebo, if what Ian Rappaport has reported is true, and he's upset with the way he's being utilized in Kyle Shanahan's offense, arguably the only reason that he blew up was because Kyle Shanahan found out that he could do that. And because if you look at the 2 years prior to that, when he was just a wide receiver, he wasn't being used as a running back, his stats were just far below average of what people expected out of him. And that was even with screens and stuff. And I think him becoming the dual threat in the third year with Kyle Shanahan made it to where his teams had to guard both sides of that at the same time for the screens and stuff. So that opened up his receiving ability a lot more. I know he had a lot of receiving yards this year, but I think he had didn't he have 900 yards after the catch or something like that? Something really high. So most of his yards it was just screen passes. So.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what would be nice to hear from Deebo at least a little bit is what part of the role didn't you like? Is it the screens, or is it just the fact that you got some handoffs and you were just running up the middle and get hit by linebackers? I mean,
I have a feeling it's the handoffs. Yeah, but the thing is if he says to trade him, he's not. If he goes to a new team, he's still not going to want to play running back, obviously. And everyone sees that that's what made him blow up. And then they look at his previous years where he was just a wide receiver, where he was mediocre. Why would they give you a bunch of money to come here and play wide receiver 1 when you already proved you can't do it 2 years in San Francisco?
Yeah,
So
right.
he's not going to go. He's not going to go to a new team to get this wide receiver only play style and be that successful in the NFL. He's always going to be our 2 or 3rd option. And that's why I was telling my brother that I don't think he's going to be traded, because I don't think teams are going to be willing to give up a 1st-round pick for somebody. If the information of him not wanting to play running back and that whole part is true, I don't think anyone's going to be willing to give up a 1st-round pick for someone who has 2 years of wide receiver 1, trying to be wide receiver 1 on their resume, and that both times they did not get it done.
Yeah, like the thing that makes him.
Why would you?
Is his ability in his role, like his ability to do all that stuff makes him elite. If you just put him as a wide receiver, I'd say maybe like 15, 20 is the wide receiver he's going to be. But with his role, he's like top 5, like with just offensive weapon at the receiver.
That's what I'm saying.
Position,
so it's like, that's why I don't think he's going to be traded. And I think the fact that neither sides have said anything means that I think they're going to come to some kind of terms. And I think Deebo's just upset, and he's probably just taking time to think about it. Like, I think the other day someone posted a picture of him at like a strip club, just joking around, so you could tell he's not that worried about what's going on with his thing right now.
Yeah, and I think it's worth noting that so his agent is the same person who's the agent for A.J. Brown, and A.J. Brown's kind of doing the same exact thing over in Tennessee. So it sounds to me like just something that their agent said, like this has worked out for other players, so why don't we claim that there's some issue there, and hopefully we get like as much money as we can or whatever, or get traded, whatever. It's frustrating for sure.
I thought it was funny that Jimmy Garoppolo said that he would absolutely welcome a trade package that included him and Deebo Samuel. I'm like you were the reason he couldn't just be a wide receiver 1, if anything, because you were his quarterback. You think he wants to go somewhere with you and try to get better?
Yeah, I know. It's always interesting to hear all the just the players speak. Oh, we love Jimmy. No, you don't.
Yeah,
you don't love Jimmy.
No, they love Jimmy. Jimmy's a great leader. He's a quarterback. He's a very charismatic and good leader, but just his playmaking ability is. He's a game manager. He's a game manager with a cute face. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm mainly thinking of George Kittle talking about it all the time. I'm like, shut up, George.
Well,
you like Jimmy as your friend, like that's what that is.
When he wore the shirtless Jimmy G thing to his press post conference, what a legend.
Yeah, that's pretty great. Yeah, I mean that's my beef with the Niners right now.
That's about
situation. Also, I'm just frustrated that Jimmy's still on the team, to be quite honest with you, but whatever. I see us just rolling into next year and having Jimmy started again, and I'm gonna be so upset. But
no, I told my brother for Jimmy, I think he's either going to get traded during the draft, or I think he's going to have his contract restructured to stay another year with the 49ers when he realizes no other team wants him right now. Because I don't think there's a realm where John Lynch is like, I'm going to pay you $25 million to be my backup quarterback. I don't see that happening with John Lynch at all, because he's let go of people for less. So.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, that's it for the NFL, I think.
Well, no, we're gonna do the draft a little bit.
Oh, the draft, right?
Yeah,
the draft is happening. It's already this week, dude. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so next episode we'll be talking a lot about the draft and stuff. Probably just half draft, half NBA playoffs next episode. But before that, I wanted to talk about what the draft means for the sports card hobby. It's gonna be pretty bad. I think there's some good wide receivers.
Hey, thanks for the subscribe there, Slizzy YT.
But wide receivers don't set the market. Quarterbacks set the market, and I don't think there's any really elite quarterback in this. Maybe Malik Willis turns into something, but that's probably it. So I think the play with NFL stuff is, if you're into buying unopened boxes, buy unopened boxes from 2020, stuff a couple years ago, or even 2021, last year.
Yeah, this year's gonna be rough for cards. I agree.
The thing I'm doing, I already said 2 streams ago, is that I was buying some Tua cards as kind of a risky gamble, hoping he does something and sell them. If you're more on the conservative side, which is what Mikey said he was, The play that I think's there, that's like pretty cool that I'm doing a little bit is buy some Justin Jefferson cards. He's the wide receiver for the Vikings. He's played 2 seasons. He has 3,000 yards, like 17 touchdowns. Like I think that dude's gonna be like a future Hall of Famer. That's what I'm betting on. If you're not going quarterback, so quarterbacks just have to be good for you to get some good money in sports cards. Wide receivers have to be like future Hall of Famers for you to get good money from them. So that's what I think Justin Jefferson is. So I'm trying to buy his cards. While he's died off a little bit, because everybody's all excited about Jamar Chase right now. So I'm going after Justin Jefferson. I pulled up a card that I just bought of Jamar Chase. It was out of 399. So there's 399 of them. I spent like $7 on it. All right. Well, what's crazy, and just to show you how the market is like leans quarterbacks, the same card, but for Tua, who has been like at best, and like maybe out of or not starting in 2 years, whereas Justin Jefferson's a future Hall of Famer. Like that's the trajectory right now.
How do you feel about
Tua
Jerry
is like
Jeudy?
twice as much. I mean, Jerry Jeudy would be.
Because now he has Russ.
Jerry Jeudy should be super cheap. So if you think he's going to be something crazy with Russ, then I would say buy him. But he hasn't done a whole lot. But in his defense, he had Drew Lock throwing him the football, so I mean, you can't really. Yeah, I think Devontae Smith. Like, if you think the Eagles are going to get a new quarterback somewhere down the road, because I don't think Jalen Hurts is going to do anything for Devontae Smith's value. I mean, Jalen Waddle, but he's on the Dolphins, and we're talking about Tua being a kind of a bum. But yeah, Tua is twice as much for the same card as Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson, elite wide receiver, Tua, turd quarterback. Like, I don't really get it, to be quite honest with you.
That's nuts.
Yeah, that's just the way that it works. So yeah, drafts gonna suck for quarterbacks. So that means the boxes are gonna suck. So buy stuff from last year or the year before that.
Yeah, and I guess
sell it.
Yeah.
Down the road.
Okay.
I think that's the move. If you're wondering why I'm wearing what I'm wearing, well, it's Manchester City stuff. It's my Manchester City jersey, my Manchester City hat right here.
Manchester United, let's go.
Okay, dude, that's just terrible to say right now because they absolutely suck ass. But but Manchester City, they have the semifinals of the Champions League tomorrow. They play Real Madrid. And then the other semifinal game is Liverpool versus Villarreal. So we got 2 English teams versus 2 Spanish teams. I don't like honestly
Liverpool
the 2 best teams in the world
Manchester.
are Manchester City and Liverpool. So I think that those 2 are going to move on and be in the final. So let's go Manchester City. There's not a whole lot of hobby related stuff there because those are all like superstars that you can't get in on their cards for anything cheap, you know. So
people that are already proven and made their way up.
Yeah, but that's what I'm going to be trying to watch. And the issue is the game's 12 p.m. tomorrow, which is smack in the middle of the school day. So, you know, I'll have my phone open. I'll be looking at some scores while it's happening. But yeah, I might randomly say, hell yeah, during the class period. So.
But yeah, so the NBA draft, is that next?
NBA draft? No, we're not doing NBA draft. What the heck?
NBA draft. NBA playoffs. Hello?
I was just gonna mention the baseball thing we talked about last time. I told people to buy the Seiya Suzuki dude. He's still doing really good, by the way. Like it wasn't just a fluke. He's still on it. Yeah, he's still on it. Jazz Chisholm is still doing real good. Wander's doing good. Vladdy's doing good. So a lot of young people doing pretty good. Cody Bellinger has started to turn it around. But he had a pretty rough end of the season last year, but he's starting to turn it around. So if you have Cody Bellinger stuff, and we'll try and update on the young guys that are doing good, and those are the young people that are doing pretty good right now as far as like hitting's concerned. I'm not looking at defense. Nobody cares about defense in the hobby for any sport, including baseball. All they care about is offense, which in baseball is hitting the damn ball.
Yeah.
And hitting it far is also pretty good in baseball. But yeah, the playoffs. In the NBA.
NBA playoffs. All right, let's. It's quite a bit that we can talk about. Now, as you guys know, we kind of pre-plan what we're going to talk about, but we're going to just jump in as to what the first person wants to talk about. And the first thing that I want to talk about is the Suns. Yeah. They're playing the Pelicans, and they're 2-2.
I know. Last week we turned the
I
clock back. Last week they were up 1-0, and I was like, "Series already over."
yeah,
And then since then, game two, Devin Booker goes
Booker.
down with a hamstring injury. He's out like 2 to 3 weeks, is what they said, and they've gone 1-2 in the game since. They just lost their game yesterday, and yesterday's
Yeah,
game was rough to watch, man. Chris Paul normally tears it up. Yesterday did not have it, and I mean, if your best player by far doesn't have it, then
your whole team doesn't
that's going
have
to
it.
be the result right
Yeah,
there, man. You're going to take an L, and I still think the Suns are going to win, but this series is going to go way longer than it needs to. It's going to be way closer than it should be,
yeah.
way more stressful. But I guess Suns in 7 at this point. I don't even. I'm so upset. I would have been wearing Sun stuff. Obviously, it's the NBA playoffs, but I was like, ugh, I just don't want to wear Sun
I
stuff
mean, yeah,
right now.
I can see the Suns still coming back and still like winning, but
Yeah.
that's rough, man.
That's their best players not playing, man. I
Yeah,
mean, it's
that's
simple as that, right there.
really
Best players not
unfortunate.
playing, and the Pelicans are better than the 8th seed. Right? I mean, all 8 teams in the West are pretty damn good.
Yeah,
Pelicans, yeah, are better, and their defense. Brandon Ingram's playing amazing. So big shout out to Brandon Ingram. He's balling out. He's like legit 7-footer that has a crazy high release, so nobody can block a shot, and he's just making shots over people.
yeah,
That's what that
dropped
is.
30 yesterday.
Yeah. All right, let's not talk about the Suns. I'm already depressed,
Yeah.
Michael.
Aiton's been consistent. I will say the last thing about that on the Suns. Aiton's been doing pretty consistent in his games. Even last night, he still got 23 points, 8 rebounds.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so other than the Suns game, next thing that I would say I'd want to talk about is the game that we thought was going to be the closest series, probably, and it is the biggest blowout at this moment. Actually,
Yeah.
was the biggest blowout
sweep,
now.
only
Yeah,
sweep that happened. It just ended earlier today.
yeah. Celtics blew out the Nets 4-0. That was
Yeah, I think what we saw there was we saw an amazing defensive team and like a team that's been together for a while, knows everybody on the team, plays really well together versus 2 stars and a bunch of scrubs, and the team that played really well together just wiped the floor with the 2 stars.
yeah. It was.
It was pretty rough.
Yep.
Not gonna lie. It was when you have Kyrie Irving in a game drop 38 and you still lose. It's like, all right, well, this isn't.
I mean,
happening.
and then in today's game, Kevin Durant dropped 39 and still lost.
Yo, outside of today's game, I don't think I've ever seen Kevin Durant play worse as far as a playoff series is concerned, man.
That's
It was not good. And that's
very unfortunate for
partly he
them.
wasn't hitting a shot, and the other part is Boston is like one of the best defenses I've ever seen, dude. They got length all over the place.
Yeah.
They're good. Jason Tatum is amazing on both ends of the floor. Jaylen Brown is amazing on both ends of the floor. Marcus Smart's the defensive player of the year, man. So they bring it on defense.
Yeah.
And they're
Yeah,
gonna
they
be. I mean, they're my. At this point, with the way Phoenix is playing and the injuries and stuff, I mean, the Celtics are probably my favorite to win it all, honestly. So.
I mean, with how they're playing, I wouldn't argue against that, to be honest.
Yeah, it's wild.
And you know, me being a Heat fan, the Heat are up 3-1 right now. Like they've been playing well. That one game they lost, of course, that was kind of a dud. But other than that, they've kind of pulled it together. Jimmy Butler's doing what he usually does in the playoffs and just blows up and takes over. They're 3-1. I think they're going to take it 4-1, to be honest. I think like Trae Young had another dud, and I feel like the Hawks team is just defeated already. So I'm going to go 4-1 with the Heat, but the way the Celtics are playing, I think that the Celtics can shut down Butler, and they're going to shut down the entire Miami Heat team.
Yeah, I mean, no offense to Jimmy, but
yeah.
if they can shut down Kevin Durant, they're going to be able to shut you down.
that's what I'm saying. Like, so yeah. I would agree that I think with how everyone's playing, the Celtics probably have the edge in all the teams. I would say the 76ers, but they've kind of got. They lost the last game, and right now they're down by score update 16-18 points with 40 seconds left, so they're about to lose again. So it's about to be a 3-2.
Really?
Yeah, Toronto's bringing it back.
Dang. Yeah, Toronto, I mean, I guess we've moved on to this game. Sixers Raptors. Toronto has the defensive rookie, or sorry, not defensive rookie of the year, just rookie of the year. and Scotty Barnes. He won it. I think they announced it either yesterday or the day before. So shout out to Scotty Barnes. He plays amazing on both ends. I think Cade is a better passer. Evan Mobley, I would say, has the better potential, like overall. But Scotty Barnes was the best rookie on like a team that's still relevant. You know, like all those other players are like already out, and Scotty Barnes is still playing. And I think that matters a whole lot. And he's proven to be like legit. Yeah, they are winning. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's about to be 3-2.
3-2.
Yeah.
I mean, what did we say about the Sixers being full of chokers in the playoffs? They only had 88 points.
Embiid dropped 20 points. Harden dropped 15.
Maxey 12. Danny Green 14.
That's
Tobias
rough.
Harris 16. So they had like decent contributions from their starting five, and then look at their bench. Oh my god, dude. They had 11 points.
Pascal Siakam continues to play well.
11
also,
points.
to point out the Raptors were missing Fred VanVleet today.
Yeah, that's crazy. Your whole bench gives you 11. Oh, what the? That's terrible.
That's rough.
That's so bad. Yeah, but I mean that's that Harden trade, dude. It took away a lot of their depth.
Yeah.
And they got James, and James gave them a whole 15 points, which is not what you want from your quote-unquote second superstar. You got to have a little bit more than 15.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And then right now we have the Mavericks-Utah series game 5 going right now. It's in the second quarter.
Yeah, game 5.
Yeah, only 5-point differential right now. So that
yeah, Mavericks are up by 5, 33-28.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in that one... I mean, I gotta go with the Mavericks because Luka hasn't been playing and now he's back.
Yeah.
So
I go Mavericks too.
Back?
He is.
Playing right now?
Yeah, he's back.
Yeah,
I already looked at it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if they were able to keep it even before Luka and they get their best player by far back, then I mean, how can you go against them at all?
Yeah, I'll still take the Mavericks. I'll take the Mavericks at like a 4-3 though, to be honest. I think the Jazz can pull it off. I think Donovan Mitchell's going to have some pop-off games, and of course you have Rudy Gobert too. So.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
And then let's see who else have we talked about. We got the Warriors and the Nuggets. The Nuggets won today to not get swept, or yesterday. I'm sorry, not today. But
congrats,
I'm going 4-1 Golden State with that one.
Yeah, big congrats on not getting swept, boys. You won a game in Denver.
Jokic is just getting screwed here because he doesn't have his sidekick. So.
Yeah, he doesn't have his 2 sidekicks. Yeah, he's... dude, it's so bad. It's so bad.
He dropped 37 yesterday.
I know. He's so
trying
good,
so
his
hard.
Team is such crap around him. And I mean, like, yeah, they're NBA players, but you want your 2 to be better than what he's working with right now.
And
you know,
yesterday the Splash Bros were at work.
I know, all 3 of them now? What?
Klay Thompson, Steph Curry got 33 and 32.
How'd Jordan Poole do?
Jordan Poole dropped 11.
Oh, so that's pretty.
9 assists though.
Jordan Poole
9 assists.
I think before last game, I think Jordan Poole was leading the playoffs in points.
Oh yeah, because he had those 2 pop-off games in game 1 and 2.
Yeah. Jordan Poole, pretty crazy how his development is, but yeah, I mean the Warriors are gonna win that for sure.
Yeah.
Jordan Poole. If you got him, sell his ass right now, honestly. Like, I saw that his card prices have gone up 3 times, 3x over these playoffs. His card prices have. This is round 1, 3x. Sell. I don't care what you got. Sell it. But Jordan Poole's not gonna. I mean, he's gonna be a good player, but he's not. Right now, he's at like superstar prices, and I'm sorry, but Jordan Poole's not gonna be a superstar.
No. We have the Bucks Bulls. You want to talk about that one at all, or you want to just go ahead and say Bucks 4-1?
I mean, the Bulls are a good team, and the reason I think it might be 3-2 after this upcoming game, Chris Middleton got his knee hurt, dude. He's out for 2 weeks.
Oh, is he? I did not see that at all.
Yeah, so now it's Giannis and Drew Holiday, and then against the Bulls, which I think will still be super close. But I'll give the Bulls a game, but then I think Giannis will just power through and win the next one.
Like, they have no answer. Giannis had 17 rebounds and 32 points yesterday.
Yeah, I mean the Bulls.
Like, they have nothing.
Yeah, already listed as a pretty bad defensive team outside Alex Caruso, and now they're going up against Giannis, who is huge and amazing, and he'll just get all the boards, all the points. I don't see how they stop it.
Do whatever he wants.
Yeah. And the last one is the Grizz Timberwolves, which is tied 2-2.
Not going how I thought it would. John Morant had a little bit of a dud yesterday. He had a lot of assists, but I mean,
this is the series that like hobby heads, like sports card buyers, are all into, obviously, because you got John Morant and Desmond Bain and Jaren Jackson Jr. on one side, and then you got Anthony Edwards, Karl Anthony Towns on the other side.
Yeah.
So it's John Morant versus Anthony Edwards. Which Anthony Edwards, I would say, is winning that matchup thus far. I mean, it's 2-2, but Anthony Edwards has been amazing, and I think every
he's
game.
been great.
Yeah. What he's been a victim of is that he's paired up with Karl Anthony Towns, who sometimes just doesn't show up to play basketball. I don't know. Man, Karl Anthony Towns might be one of the best offensive centers of all time outside of like Hakeem Olajuwon and stuff like that, but I don't know. He just doesn't show up sometimes. It's pretty frustrating.
Sometimes he plays, sometimes he doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm pulling for the Grizzlies to win this. For all my jaw cards, I told you guys my plan was to sell them after the first or second round, depending on how I think they fare in their matchup.
Right.
But right now, if they win and the Warriors win, it's going to be them versus the Warriors. So that means I'm going to be selling the jaw stuff like after this first round, because I don't think they're going to be the Warriors the way the Warriors are playing right now. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man, I think that sums up the NBA playoffs a little bit, right?
Yeah. What do you think?
At least for now.
So you think the Grizzlies are struggling to take the Timberwolves?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think my favorites to make it to the finals at this point, I'm gonna say in the West are the Warriors, and in the East are the Celtics, which is definitely different than if you'd asked me, which we did ask before, which I picked the Suns versus the Bucks, like a repeat. But now I've switched because the Suns and the Bucks, the two title favorites before it all started, both have big injuries to people. Devin Booker and Chris Middleton, which is frustrating for sure.
Yeah.
And these allergies are killing me right now.
Yeah, I would agree with the Warriors for the West solely because of the Suns' injuries. Yeah, I mean Celtics, because they can shut, like you said, they can shut down Kevin Durant.
I mean, if you pick the Heat, buddy, and if you pick the Heat, I won't call you a homer, man. The Heat are good too, you know.
No, I know, but like even be like thinking about it, I'm like, I think they can shut down Jimmy Butler. Like I really do. That's my one concern. If they can shut down Jimmy Butler, I don't think the Heat can beat them. Though, albeit I think it'll be a close series. I don't think it'll be a blowout or anything, but.
You don't have faith in your boy Duncan Robinson?
No, I think Tyler Hero needs to be more productive is what I think.
I think you're right.
But yeah, that's the big playoffs.
That's it for sports talk, I guess, right? Yeah, we done? We done with the sports talk?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, all right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to open some card packs. Scotty Barnes, like we just said, won Rookie of the Year. So I thought, in honor of Scotty winning Rookie of the Year, we would open some stuff from this year. All right. So I got 3 2021, 2022 Donruss Cello packs from Walmart. These are like $8 each. All right.
Very nice.
All right. I saw you can get them at Target for like $7.50, but with cards, it's all about when you go to retail price, you can always get them cheaper at the store versus eBay, but it's just really hard to find them because people, when they get stocked, they know the stocking day and they just buy them all. And then there's nothing the rest of the time until they get stocked again. But I was in Sedona over the weekend and I was like, there's a Walmart here. I wonder if like in a little town like this.
So the packs that you're holding right there, I actually saw at the Walmart here in Yuma.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, they sell them on eBay for $11, so if you buy some, you can just flip them on eBay and make some money, I guess. But I was like, I wonder if this place that's, doesn't have a lot of people in it, maybe has like cards left over. And I went and they had like everything, so I bought a bunch of stuff, and these were some of the packs I bought. So that was cool. I would say if I go to the Walmart here in Tucson, they're not gonna have anything because that's what my experience when I've gone to Walmart, unless I happen to go on the day they stock stuff, which I still don't know when it is. Probably something I should figure out.
Yeah, I'm sure you can find it out.
I'm sure I could. But yeah, let's open some packs. All right, everybody. So we got our 3 packs here. I guess who are we chasing? I mean, it's 2021, 2022. So you got Cade, you got Jalen Green, you got Evan Mobley, you got Rookie of the Year Scotty Barnes, you got Josh Giddey, Franz Wagner, Jalen Suggs. All those dudes, we're gonna be pretty happy if we pull anything cool from them. I mean, Donruss, paper card, a whole bunch of them. So if you get a rookie, just a base rookie card, one of those guys, it's never gonna be expensive. You know, we're gonna be cheap all the time. But if we get a parallel, that'll be cool. So we'll do base cards that are garbage there. We'll do rookies and inserts, and then we'll do like actual hits that are good stuff maybe over here. Hopefully we get some of that, you know. Who knows? Let's see. Whole lot of base in a pack like this. So I'm just gonna skip through the base, not even say the names of people. Look at all that, Mikey. Like they're like, oh, look at how many cards you get in a pack. That's all trash. All of it. It's just like cheap cards. All right, here we go. Now we're at rookies. Man, how many cards do they say you get in this? I guess I didn't go over the specs of the Cello pack. It says 30 cards you get. Look for exclusive hollow green and yellow laser parallels. Cameron Thomas from the Nets. You got Jaden Springer from the Sixers. We got Chris Duarte from the Pacers. He's all right. We got Ayo Dosunmu, probably the biggest surprise. Well, that's not true. Franz Wagner's a pretty big surprise. But Ayo, nobody was even talking about, and now he's pretty good rookie for the Bulls, honestly. So, that's not bad. We got our yellow-green Chris Boucher. Are you kidding me? That's rough. Our insert, we got Great Expectations Jalen Green. That's, I think, the number 2 pick from the draft, so that's cool. Right there. We'll put that in the good cards. And then we got Kawhi Leonard complete players. I was about to say flavors, but I was like, there's absolutely no way that's what that card says. Yeah, Kawhi. Not the best pack right off the bat, tell you that. Yeah, I know, right? Okay, what was it? Okay, let's get rid of. That's cool. All right, let's get rid of all that base over there. You trash can. Jalen Johnson, Isaiah Jackson, Scotty Barnes. There we go. Rookie of the Year, Scotty. Look at him. Okay. Hi, Scotty. Say hi to Scotty. Okay. Scotty Barnes. Joshua Primo from the Spurs. Our green yellow is D'Angelo Russell. Oh my God. We got another in the back, so that's cool. We got Jimmy Buckets there, Mikey. There you go. Franchise features Jimmy. Like it's got a little live logo, like we are right now, dude. Oh my God, look at that. And then is this a rookie card? Oh, it is a rookie. All right, we got a green yellow rookie. We have Josh Christopher from the Rockets. All right. I know, dude. I'm getting heat right now. This is a fire rip. That's why I personally don't like Donruss that much. At least in cello pack formats. Hobby boxes are kind of good for it, but you know, if you don't get anything like guaranteed autos or guaranteed number cards, it rarely comes through with anything valuable, really. Skip all the trash. Right here, we got another Io. All right, not bad. Io Dosunmu. We got Jalen Johnson, wait, what? We've seen all these people before. Scotty Barnes again? All right. I mean, if they want to give us another Scotty, I'm okay with that, I guess. Let's see. Yellow green is Jordan Poole. Not a rookie Jordan Poole, though. That would be cool if it were.
Yeah,
but
you can
he's
hear
not
me
rookie in
talking
this
when I
class.
unmute this here.
We got an great expectation, Scotty Barnes. Nice. Okay. Coming through with the Scotties. Guess we shouted him out for Rookie of the Year. We got a rated rookie for the Chicago Bulls. Is this Io? This is Io. That's yellow green. So that last pack came through actually a lot. So that's nice. Yeah. I was going to say took a fat L, but that last pack came through with some stuff. We had 3 Scotty Barnes out of it. We got a Jalen Green, right?
Yeah.
These are all the packs. Josh Primo is pretty good. Josh Christopher, yellow green. And then a yellow green Io. So yeah, I mean, there's some cards that we could actually sell. I mean, I don't know price wise at all. When we switch cameras back over, I'll look up how much a yellow green IO is, and that's probably the hit of the day. And I say hit in quotes. So yellow green laser IO.
Laser IO. How do you spell it? AYO.
AYO. Yeah. I'm gonna say $4.
That would be pretty. Let's balance it. I would say $6 average, maybe.
Okay, I mean, if you pulled that from one pack, that's pretty much the whole pack right there.
It's like going.
We are opening something that just costs $8.
It's like all over the place.
Why don't you see how much a great expectation Scotty Barnes does? But they're edgy, so instead of spelling out expectation, they did expectations.
Okay, that is $1 whole, my guy.
Yeah, that makes sense. What about just base Scotty Barnes? So just type in Scotty Barnes, Don Russ, rated rookie.
Don Russ,
it should be like $2-3. If that inserts $1, that should be like $2-3 probably.
That's not. Chronicles draft picks, Don Russ, rated rookie. 99 cents. No?
No, definitely not Chronicles draft picks. No,
it's just Don Russ, right?
Yeah, just Don Russ.
Maybe worth more than that. Hold on. It's like not pulling up correctly. So Scotty Barnes.
Just put 2021 Don Russ rated rookie Scotty Barnes.
Show me the code so I can see it.
It is that one.
This one sold for $1.29. This one sold for $6, $2.
Okay, let's say $3.
Yeah, I said $2.
All right, yeah, $2 then maybe. Yeah, let's say $2 back. So we got $4 right there out of the 2 Scotties, and the third one is another $1, so that's $5. We said the IO was 6, right? So we're at 11. I'm gonna say the Jalen Green, if the Scotty Great Expectations goes for $1, probably also $1. So 12. Josh Primo, probably $1, and Joshua Christopher yellow green, let's say $3. So we're looking at about $20 out of those cards. And I mean, we could probably sell the other ones maybe for like 50 cents a piece, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, we probably came out at least on our money because we only spent 24. So yeah,
not flashy,
not too bad. I mean, I hope what people have noticed from watching these streams is that oftentimes when you rip packs, you lose.
Yeah,
I hope people realize that. The best thing to do is buy already opened cards. Like, you're like, I want Gabriel Martinelli, so I'm going to buy this one like I did. Now I have it. And I paid whatever I paid for it. That's the move. Yeah. But it's fun. It's fun to open packs.
For sure.
It's fun.
All right, guys, and that was it for episode 13 of the Sonoran Sports Cards Sports Talk. We went over the Deebo Samuel situation. Casey went over some soccer and Major League Baseball card information and kind of game update for the Liverpool Manchester City situation. And then we went into the NBA playoffs, went over that for a little bit, and then we cracked open some 2021-22 Don Russ Cello packs.
Cello pack.
$8 each at Walmart,
each.
guys.
Yep.
And came out all right on it. I think we came out about even, realistically, probably close to it. So it's not too bad for $8 packs, to be honest. But yeah, guys, if you liked what you saw, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for us. Hit that notification bell to see when we go live, and you guys can join and chat with us. I'll try to pay attention and read you guys' comments out loud as much as I can. And again, you guys see the cards that you liked, let us know. We'll try to see if we can find a way to get those to you. But yeah, as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and make sure you hit that subscribe, like, and notification bell.